Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dice Roll, the Queerest Pathfinder Podcast on a planet where you ask the hard questions like, what if Golarion was woke?
I just have to stand by my morals, and I'd do the right thing.
What's the right thing in this context?
They're gonna remember Desmond's forever now.
Okay. Look, here's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pathfinder First Edition, that was a man's game, right? They had racism. They had and I mean this,
have that.
They had a lot of it, guys. They had racism, they had sexism, they had sexual assault, like a weird amount of it.
Triple threat.
But then, by the time Pathfinder 2nd Edition came out, they had non-binary characters. They added a non-binary character into an adventure path, and then they added another one.
Whoa.
And in the first adventure path they released, Book 2, there's a whole part where you're matchmaking for two men. Obviously, this is
has
unacceptable.
to end. Someone's got to do something about this.
Well, I want to know what's going to happen in the future. How are they going to go? What's next with these depraved monsters?
Guys, the year is 2050. Cade and Kaelin is now K-them. Pretty
bad.
Gorum is now Gayrum.
Shut your fucking mouth and don't ever talk to me.
Is now lesbian. Guys! And the Whispering Tyrant is now the Whispering Drag Queen. This is too much.
I mean, let's look at Tarbophon. He's kind of a diva. So I wouldn't be surprised.
I pick up my missive stone and I go, President Throne, we need your help.
President Throne. I put it up to record. President Throne.
Well, see, even that, right? Even him being Abigail Troon not being okay. Well, I was gonna say Abigail Troon being president is a sign of wokeism because she's a dictator, and in this world, her being a president is a bad thing. But it also does mean she'd be a woman president, which we know is a sign of wokeism.
Girl power.
Woke.
So what else are they gonna do? What are insane nonsense are they gonna force down our throats in our beloved Golarion?
Shellin is now Slaylin.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Desna is now Desna.
Desna's the exact same, weirdly enough.
Weirdly enough.
Weirdly enough, nothing changed about Rovagug except he's blue
now, which is a weird change to make.
Why are you blue?
I believe in woke Golarion, Geb and Nex will no
Someone
longer
clip
be at
that.
war. In a podcast. Geb and Nex will no longer be at war because they'll have unified and they'll become a peace-loving nation.
Mm-hmm.
They will be having gay sex at every moment of the day.
I've been begging for this, actually.
And Geb gets like a whole redemption arc where he's not like, heavily implied to have done sexual assault.
No.
While Nex is inside him.
Hello, Gebian people. I am... What is this?
Oh my god, it's SJW Bush.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, I need to see that image so that I can do it.
Fear not, American people, for I have been re-educated.
Fear not, Gebian people, for I have been re-educated.
SJW Geb.
Oh,
I think in woke Golarion, Aroden has been fully cancelled.
Yeah.
And for what? For a little bit of genocide.
Because of the woke mob.
Yeah, they've gone too far. You know why they hate him?
Mm-hmm.
He's a white straight male.
I don't even know that he's white.
And Dave thus reignites the eternal argument of, are Greek people white?
Is he Greek?
No.
It's Aslan. Like, he's Aslanti. The Aslanti are basically like... I mean, they're fucking... what do you call it? Atlantis.
I guess.
He's definitely Greek.
He's actually from Atlantis, so he's Atlantean.
Yeah, get it fucking straight, Derry.
Well,
Jesus
that
Christ.
in itself is
You're supposed to be the
because
DM of a fucking gay podcast about Pathfinder, and you're out here forgetting the most fucking important part of your argument.
him being from Atlantis
Yes.
also is woke because Atlantic City is a woke hive mind. In Oregon, specifically.
And where the fuck did you hear that?
Is Atlantis in Oregon? Fuck, where's my joke? It's Atlantic City? It's in New Jersey. I'm so fucking stupid. Nobody look at me. We want to play some Pathfinder.
I was like, what conspiracy theory did you read where Atlantis is in Oregon?
Let's stay on this and let's make you fill out a new American map.
I went viral a few years ago for my stupid fucking American map that I posted on Reddit. And because you're not allowed to say that you're not allowed to post on r/pictures with your own content, so I said, my European girlfriend filled this out. And it went viral, and I got like death threats because no one believed I had a girlfriend, which is so fucking funny.
Wow.
Pretty good.
That's what the threats were from.
Yeah, dude, seriously. There was a lot of people being like, how does she know about the Texarkana murders, and that's how she identifies Arkansas? This is clearly bait. And it's like, no, dude, I watch fucking...
Have you guys maybe thought...
Mystery Files.
Have you guys maybe thought that a hypothetical girlfriend could watch nerdy shit? That's genuinely sad.
They were like, this is fake because how could she only know Florida from Bugs Bunny sawing it off and letting it drift into the Atlantic? I'm like, that's how I know it.
Always saying.
Would we like to play some fucking Pathfinder?
It's almost like, I guess, women in men's point of view can't do anything nerdy and or think about anything that isn't already tacked girl on it anyway.
Oop, take a hero point. You can have a hero point for that one, Luna. Oop.
Fuck y'all, I like hockey.
To your sheet.
You do like hockey.
Fucking go crazy. Okay.
I like hockey. I've played video games since I was a kid. Fuck you.
KK.
You're the biggest Dragon Ball nerd I know. Second to
yeah,
one.
I played Halo. Fuck it.
KK, you are literally genuinely a gamer girl.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Would we like to play some Pathfinder?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So, when we last left your adventurers in the Abomination vaults, the Fogfen Few, Silk, Alrik, and Fiore made their way into the Warped Brew Tavern, an underground bar filled with morlocks, Urdefan, and a band of Darkland rockers called Shadow Malice. The party was challenged to a battle of the bands with these musicians, and after a stunning performance, were able to show that surface music is just as good as that from the depths. Our heroes sat around and conversed with some of the people here in the tavern, including the bartender, some of the morlocks, for which Alrik won a fossilized tuna, which is still in your inventory, and I love that.
You won't throw it out?
And a diabolic kobold. After a little bit of discussion, you learn some mysterious facts. The 8th floor and below of the Abomination vaults are sealed off by a landslide. But the floor directly below you, the 7th floor, is full to the brim with devils. You guys are going to need to deal with that at some point. But for now, you've also been told of Jafaki, the Seugathi scientist's plans. And it's to invade the surface with an army of fleshwarps. You made your way lower and discovered exactly how he plans to do so. A massive fleshwarp amalgamation, which seems to be able to spawn new ones from its fleshy body, being tested in the arena. Watching this monstrosity is another Seugathi researcher, and a few Morlock fleshwarps with strange mechanical spider-like limbs. The four of you clutch your weapons in hand and face down the strange scientist as he sets his sights upon you as his next subjects. And fellas, that's where we're going to be playing. How we feel about that?
Oh, I'm scared.
Pretty good.
You guys ready for some fucking body horror?
I'm afraid.
Good, be afraid. Shall we hop in?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. Set the scene. Fogfen Few. you find yourselves in a rounded observation deck. There are doors to the left and right, and at the very end of the corridor, you see that the wall here has been magically made transparent, through which you can see the experiments in flesh themselves. The giant fleshwarp behemoth, which seems to be sloshing around in the background. However, your attention is called much closer to you. A Seugathi, a strange caterpillar-like monster with, in its tentacles at the end of its tail, a wand in one hand, a scroll in the other, and at its face, bulging green eyes, protruding fangs with more fangs attached, and an awful fleshy maw. As this thing rears up, morlock fleshwarps with mechanical arms skitter towards you, and the three of you must face these monsters in battle. The Seugathi researcher points with its tail and shouts, "My fleshwarps are dead!" And fellas, I want you all to roll me some initiative real quick. Woo!
I'm shaking in my britches.
Okay. Top of the order. Sick witch helm. Silk
He's
witch
so
helm.
fucking sick.
He is
Silk
sick
does an
now.
ollie.
Yo! Silk. As you face down these monstrous flesh scientists and its experiments, what's up? How are you doing? This is awful.
Honestly, probably on Silk's top 3 worst things he's ever seen and that he hates.
That's impressive.
This sucks. This is like a really bad thing. And saying he's not a fan is a wild understatement.
Well, Silk, as you stand here, you can see that these things are intending on capturing you and killing you, which I assume is low on your priority list. You have 3 actions. Why don't you walk me through what you do to prevent this outcome? Stop this from happening.
What if I don't want it to stop it? What if I want to let my friends die and myself die?
That's within the realm of possibility.
Okay, I do nothing.
Okay. Next in
No,
the
I'm kidding, I'm kidding, I'm kidding! I'm kidding, I
Well-
didn't mean it!
What do you do?
Okay. It sucks that I'm in the back right now. Oh wait, no it doesn't. 'Cause that's 2 actions. I step in front of my friends and I cast Fireball.
Oh, I forgot you had that. Okay.
You should never forget that I can kill you.
That was very foolish of me. Okay, Silk, describe this for me as you launch a fireball directly at these motherfuckers.
He cocks his gun and he just fucking shoots at this thing, and it is a massive fireball.
Okay, well, place me down the burst, and I'll see who has to roll reflex.
Life is so beautiful.
We'll catch all of them, yeah. So everyone here needs to make reflex saves. Let's see. Okay, so that is going to be a 30 from the Seugathi, which is a
Saves.
success. A 32 from one of the fleshwarps, which is obviously also a success. And an 18 for the last one.
Failure.
Okay. Well, Silk, roll me that damage.
That'll be 25 damage.
Okay, that's 12 damage to Seugathi, 12 damage to one of the fleshwarps, and then full damage to the last one. Silk, your fireball erupts through and scorches the room, but as the cinders fade, you see them still rushing forward. Is that your turn?
Gross. No, actually, yeah, that is. I moved and then I cast a 2-action spell.
Awesome. Okay, Alrik, it is your turn. You are at the back now. There are the awful little fleshwarps. There's this awful little monster. Stuff's not great. What's up?
I think Alrik is gonna use the handy dandy drums that he got.
Nice. This is, which drums are these? These are the... Is it a war
These
something?
are
Drums of
the
war.
drums of war.
Well, what are you going to do with them?
Well, I think he's actually going to be using that for his. Which one do I want to use? I think this one's going to go with Courageous Anthem.
Okay. So,
He's used
Alrik,
drums this time.
you start rattling away on the drums. How are you on drums? Have you played them before?
He has, but I think he's told Oriana that it's not really his style.
Okay. So, a courageous beat starts to rattle through all of you, calling everyone to war. And while playing the drums, you gain a +1 to your performance checks and a +5 to your speed. So you have, at the moment, a move speed of 30 feet.
Cool.
And you have 2 actions left because I think you were holding the drums when you came into the room.
Yes. I think Alrik might actually use the noise blast that's on the drums, not use a spell slot.
Okay, very nice. So describe to me how this looks as you're using the drum to channel this forward.
I think there is a build-up in the drums. He starts off low and then gets a little more bombastic as he continues to play. And then final hit is an actual musical blast.
That's so cool. I love that.
So I will push this. Oh wait, it's 10 feet, huh? Let me just put that there.
That catches everyone.
And that is a 14 save.
Okay, let's see. Oh dear!
Ooh.
So, one of the fleshwarps fails. One of them critically fails. And the last one only just saves.
Okay.
In fact, the reason he saves is because you seem to see, as he's squirming forward, the Seugathi, there's a shimmer over the slime that's coating his outer layer. And you don't know what that's about. But you have a feeling that that was not entirely a natural reason for him to fail.
Okay.
So, roll me that damage, because everyone here is going to take it pretty nasty.
Damage. That is 14 damage.
Okay, so that is going to be double of 14. Oh my god, the one who's got double of 14, the one who crit failed, is the one who failed before against Silk's Fireball. The 14's barely holding on. But otherwise, that is going to be 14 damage to the other and 7 to the Seugathi. And is that your turn, Alrik?
That's their turn.
Okay. Well, next in the order, I regret to inform you, is gonna be the Seugathi.
Don't do this to us. We're your friends.
I'm sorry, I must follow my nature.
Stop.
The Seugathi is going to begin by squirming directly forward. And it's going to spend 25 feet to get up here. To get right up to you guys. And with a weird shriek, it is going to... Oh my god, Silk, I was wrong. It doesn't have a scroll in its tentacle. It's got a fucking sword.
Oh.
It swings that sword down on you, and that is a 31.
Could I use Retributive Strike?
Absolutely.
Save me, my dear knight.
37.
Holy shit. Okay, and Dave, this adds you an additional bonus to your Tactician's Helm, which I think means now you have your Tactician's Helm fully charged. So keep aware of that.
Good lord.
Roll me that damage, Joe.
Okay. 34.
34 damage. Good lord. Fiore, as this thing surges forward to hit Silk, you jump out and you slash down with your thing. On top of that, the Seugathi is going to be off guard until the end of your next turn because of your crit effect with the sword.
Awesome.
Very nice. So he takes that, and immediately you can see that it is barely holding itself together. And it roars out.
Who do you think you are? You think you can fight against me? You're mine.
And that is going to be 4 that damage to Silk at last. Silk, you are going to take this -7. -9. Oh my god. No, you take 0 damage from that. Fiore fully just blocked you here.
You're welcome.
That doesn't feel right.
Okay.
What is that feeling? It's probably nothing, right?
Is it regret in your soul for treating us the way you do?
What's happening? You feel your grip on your weapons starting to loosen.
What
You
the
feel
fuck?
your body is starting to numb over. And his eyes are glowing so bright. Everything's just a little blurry, a little out of focus. And the Seugathi here roars and says,
Foolish surface dwellers! The might of the Seugathi will not be overcome by lesser minds!
And it is then, with its last action, going to try to bite into Alrik. So, Alrik... you don't know what that was. It's probably nothing. Help! Oh no! That is a critical failure. That is a nat 1 to bite you, Alrik. Tiring attack. The Seugathi here is fatigued. So he's going to have a -1 status penalty to his AC, and he can't make any exploration requests. That exploration requests don't matter. AC, not good. So its AC is going to be pretty nuked now. Except, what is happening? Oh, you guys can't see very well. Anyway, it's the fleshwarp's turn. The first of the fleshwarp is going to make a will save and succeed. Don't worry about it. It kind of cackles, and what it's going to do is it's going to skitter around a corner. Well, skitter around a little bit so it can see all of you better. And then it's going to use 2 actions to use a needle spray. It braces itself on all 4 limbs, and then from its mouth, it shoots a volley of arrows from inside of it. That is going to be a cone, which, like I said, it's going to catch all of you pretty good. And each of you are going to need to make me a reflex save. Okay, that is going to be a success for everyone. But that's going to be 2d4 piercing and 2d8 electricity, meaning that everyone is going to take half of 11 damage. So that's 6 damage to each of you.
Okay.
Oh.
Fiore, it is your turn. Oh, your head. Oh my god, your head. Everything's swimming. You're really dizzy. Make me a will save.
29.
That is going to be a success. Fiore, you feel something, and then you hear something in your head. You hear the Seugathi's voice.
Come to me. You will serve me and strike down your enemies.
And you realize that this thing is trying to mind control you.
Okay.
But you succeeded, and you're good. Watch out, because this thing seems nasty. You have 3 actions.
I think for now, I want to try something.
Okay.
You mentioned that it was like its eye or something?
Yeah, its eyes are like glowing a little bit, and you feel your head being messed with.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. Fiore is going to, I think, run here?
Okay. So you dash to the south around Silk, away from these things.
And then he's going to cast Dazzling Flash.
Okay, sure.
So that it catches all of them, but not my allies.
Oh, fun. Uh-oh. Okay, cool.
I need a Fortitude save.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something immediately. Do you remember that the morlocks are blind to light?
Yeah.
Hey, these guys are still made of morlock.
Oh, great.
So I'm gonna say that they're gonna do a degree of success worse.
Okay.
The big guy is gonna make this save, and that is going to be a failure. Uh-oh. Meanwhile, the 2 smaller guys, first one is going to fail. I said that was downgrade. That's a critical fail. The other one here, that's also a critical fail. What happens to all of them?
On a failure, the creature is blinded for 1 round and dazzled for 1 minute. I was trying to blind the thing that's trying to mind control us, so that
The Seugathi?
it disrupted that.
Okay.
If it doesn't, that's okay, but that's what I wanted to do.
I don't know that its ability is not linked to its sight, but because that's clever, and I did say that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give everyone a +2 on their saves while it's blinded.
Okay. And the critical failure, so the other 2, they're blinded for a round and dazzled for an hour.
Woof. So right now, all of your opponents are blind. Fiore, describe to me how this looks as you cast Dazzling Flash.
He grabs the holy symbol that is on his belt, and I think he holds it up and he says, "I bring the sunlight." And it is like this. It is like the sun. It's still pretty bright for both Alrik and Silk. It's just not blinding.
Yeah. And thankfully, you cast in a way that it would not kill your friends. The Seugathi shrieks, and so do the Morlock fleshwarps, clinging to their faces. And the Seugathi whips its head around in your approximate direction and says,
Ah, you surface-dwelling fool! You know not what you are meddling with!
and that is going to be your turn, right?
Yep.
Okay. It is the last of the second of the Morlocks turn, the one who's less beat up. Right now, it can't see anything. It heard you running that direction, and it saw you moving there, but it doesn't know exactly where you were. So I think it's just gonna try jump you. It lurches in your general direction and shrieks and attempts to claw at you. But it is blind, so it might not hit. It completely whiffs it. It attacks the wrong area completely. Shrieking, it surges down another claw, and this time that is going to be a critical failure.
Yikes.
What happens is... Whirlwind of Shame. You hit every allied creature but not the one next to you. So it actually is going to shoot needles into the Seugathi and its fellow fleshwarp. That's going to be 13 damage to each of them, which is a lot to both. Neither of them are looking happy about that. So as it jerks for you, Fiore, how do you cause it to kind of like shoot spines into everyone else?
I think that he takes the hand not holding his sword, like the one that's probably still got that's holding on to his holy symbol. And I think he uses his wrist to push it in another direction, like to direct it.
That's really funny. Okay. Fiore, you fight back against these things, and you can see now the Seugathi is looking really bad. The other fleshwarp is looking really bad. I think the Seugathi roars and says,
No, you fools! You are nothing more than meat! How dare you strike at me!
And Silk, it's your turn. You're probably going to say something really funny, but your head! Make me a will save! And you have a +2 on this thanks to Fiore's blindness.
Can't be a winner every day. 23.
23 is a success. Silk, you fight back against the mind fog creeping in, and you have three actions. What do you do with them?
I'm gonna hand the apprentice one of these motherfuckers.
Okay, go for it.
You know what? I'm tired of this guy.
The big boy?
Yeah, fuck him. 27.
That is a hit. Roll me that damage.
Fuck your couch. 12.
Silk,
Yeah.
how do you land a killing blow on the Seugathi researcher?
I like to think that Silk wasn't even like, he didn't even care. This is such a nonchalant move on his end. He's not even facing him. He holds up his gun to the side and he shoots and he dies.
Well, you hold up your gun to the side and you shoot and you keep moving, but I will say the Seugathi keeps going for a few seconds. It flops to the floor and says,
This strange weapon! Normally I would be immune to this bullet you shot at me, but you crafty! You accelerated it, making it lethal to me!
Magic, bitch.
that kills the Seugathi researcher. Thank God.
Thank God.
Okay, Silk, you got 2 actions left. That was pretty easy.
That was pretty easy. I like that. Yeah. Wizard time. Blazing Bolt.
Okay, Silk, you have to make an attack roll against it, right?
I do.
Okay, well, make that
It's
attack
gonna be
roll.
2 action.
Okay, very nice. That is a crit, actually. Yes. Okay, cool. That's a crit. Roll me that damage.
Isn't this so fun? 18.
18. Okay, Silk, you aim your gun. And how do you do this?
Isn't this so fun? After shooting this other motherfucker and not caring, Silk, I know that he doesn't have the pistol thing anymore, but I think that he spins his pistol around his finger, and he just reaches out to shoot this guy, and it goes
You still
straight
know how
through
to
him.
shoot with style. Come on.
He knows how to serve cunt.
You casually one-shot this terrible monster, and then you spin the pistol around, take shot, and blow the head off one of the fleshwarps. And now all that remains is the last one, who looks like it's barely clinging to life in the corner, and is scratching at the wall because it doesn't know where anyone is because it's blind.
Man.
And is that your turn, Silk?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrik, it's your turn. One boy left. It's the last of the fleshwarps, and is snarling and hissing, and if you blink in its direction, it looks like it'll die.
Okay. I think Alrik is gonna one action head that way. Next action, take out the battle loot.
Okay.
And then final action, bonk.
Bonk. Okay, go for it. Oh my fucking Christ.
Hard bonk gets a 19.
That is a critical success.
30.
This guy has 6 HP left. Roll me that damage. Bro. You did not just roll nearly max damage.
32
Jesus.
damage? that was with the crit button. But yeah, 32 damage.
Alrik, how the fuck do you do this?
Good lord.
I don't know if this thing saw Alrik from behind Silk, but suddenly there is just a flash of green. And a crack from somewhere, you don't know where, and then it's just on the floor.
There is a loud crack, and the music comes to a sudden stop, as does the dear sweet fleshwarp. And that's it! You've done it! You've beaten the awful scientist and his awful experiments. And
We
it
won
only
Abomination Vaults.
You did it! You've defeated the Abominations! And all it took you was 36 seconds. How are you all doing?
Good God.
Ugh. At least I don't have to see that thing moving anymore.
Are we all okay?
For now.
Doing okay.
Okay.
On your hatched Silk, you hear Borbo kind of poke out and says,
That was one of the nastiest beasts I've ever seen. I thought the pictures of Master Asinray were fairly disgusting, but this thing, it even makes a goblin's stomach churn.
Hmm.
That thing over there is no better. He points out, and you see again the giant fleshy monstrosity kind of squirming around the arena, which you guess is a testing ground.
I think it's worse, actually. By a million times.
I do not like it.
It's weird.
Not a fan. Not really.
I'd say we should kill it, but I don't want to go near it.
What if we don't kill it? Is it going to be okay?
I mean, it's possible we'll eventually have to fight it.
Usually that's how it goes.
Oh, I do not care for this.
Hey, it'll be okay.
I do not see doors heading down to it from here, though. This is like a viewing platform.
Yeah, it's kind of like those really, really, really big arenas. Like the safest seats away from any danger. There is a door over here, though.
Right now, the only doors are back into the Warped Brew Tavern, or like you just mentioned, Fiore, off to the west. On top of that, if you guys want to look around, this room may have some interesting stuff for you. Certainly, the Seugathi, monstrous creature that is, has a few interesting items on its person.
Ew.
Okay,
You guys want to check it out?
sure.
Silk's not touching it.
Yeah, fair. So, on its person, it has a long sword. Nothing special about it, just a regular long sword. It also has chalk and a writing slate. Again, not particularly interesting. It has a wand. If anyone would like to roll occultism or arcana, you might be able to identify what the wand is of.
Okay.
I will occult.
Interesting. Okay. So you see that the wand it is holding, it is a wand of illusory creature. The great news is either Silk or Alrik can wield this, but it is a wand which allows you to cast once per day a illusory creature of size large or smaller. It has the appropriate smells, sounds, and it feels believable to the touch, and it remains that way so long as you're within 500 feet of it. It can't speak, but you can use your actions to speak through the creature with the spell disguising your voice as appropriate. You can make it use actions in combat 2 per turn, using your spell attack to make attacks. So basically, you can fully trick people into thinking that a particular creature is in the area. Very good for tricking people if needed. Who would like it?
If no one else wants it.
Yeah, Alrik doesn't need it.
Give me that shit.
Awesome, you have that now, Silk. Woo!
Yippee!
The last thing on its person, the last 2 things on its person even, it has a silver key. Could be useful. Who wants another fucking key? Would anyone like another key? Another key, perchance?
Good.
One more key for your key ring.
I just looked in your guys' pockets. You all have a fuck ton of keys. Here's another one. Who wants it?
Wait, weren't we supposed to be collecting these keys to get to Jafaki?
Well spotted, Fiore. Yes, you do need to collect these keys. You were told that basically Jafaki's hiding in a room that requires many keys, one of which is each held by several of the researchers in this place. So picking up this key is one step closer to getting to the boss.
I will take it.
Okay. Fiore adds a key to his rusted ring of keys, 4-pronged key, and Kaelin key. And now you have a tarnished silver key. Very nice. Lastly, and perhaps most interestingly, is a book written by this Seugathi. Research notes. It contains several sketches of the monster down below and notes in Aklo. Silk, you don't read Aklo, do you?
No.
You do have, in your actions, something from your Eldritch Researcher, right? Strange
yes,
Script.
I do.
Tell me about it.
Yes. Strange Script is... I have such familiarity with obscure text that I can compel them to reveal their secrets. Once per day, I can touch a single text, such as a tome or a wall of hieroglyphics, and understand its meaning for 1 hour. If the text is in multiple languages, I gain the ability to understand them all for only the purpose of reading the text.
Interesting. Okay. Well, if you want to use that, you can learn about what's inside this book. Or you can save it for later.
I mean, it'd probably take a while, wouldn't it? How thick is this book?
It's the size of a school textbook.
Okay. No, he stores it. He's gonna read it later.
Okay. I will drop this in your inventory, and I'm going to mystify it until later so you can't peek.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, that's what you've all got. You don't know what's up with these fleshwarps. You don't like the Seugathi. There's only one way out of this room at the moment, which is... It's not going in the direction you might have wanted, which is less than ideal. But hey, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
About that door.
Do you guys want to check it out?
Yeah.
Nah, let's leave it.
Let's be fuckers.
Let's be bad. Let's leave.
I will say, as soon as you start walking towards that door, it fucking stinks.
Fiore pulls out a hanky. Puts it to his nose.
It's like, it smells bad, and you don't know why.
Is it like death?
It's like death was left in a hot shower.
Shall we get it over with?
If we have to.
Alrik covers his face with his cloak. just don't breathe it in.
That's why I got this.
You creak the door open, and the first thing you experience is the smell of rot, but something else beneath it. This room bears the rich stink of rot. Doors to 4 stalls prominently appear at the east end of this long hallway. Each door has a makeshift clockwork mechanism attached to it, and the mechanism connects to a lever on the eastern wall and through a series of wires and pulleys. The hallway to the west is hung with 4 wide, tattered curtains. Another thicker curtain covers the hall's west end. It's just not great down here. And the smell, I will say, seems to be coming from the stalls.
I hate this place.
Do you not keep like perfume on you? Why don't you like spray that onto a cloth and that might help?
Silk takes out his designer perfume that he does carry with him.
How expensive is that? That looks like dangerous to bring down here.
Are you actually asking, or do you want a fake one?
Well, now I'm really curious.
1,000 gold.
It literally looks like Fiore has been shot. Like he's like actually like he actually recoils as if he's been shot in the stomach. He's like 1,000?
I don't know if they know how to react to that. They're looking at he's looking at the bottle.
I imagine that it's one of those like, you know, those like really fancy perfume bottles, like the ones that are perfume oils that I've seen people like that. It's got like gold and like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a Final Fantasy XIV Fantasia.
Oh my goodness. It's blue and everything, so it works with Silk.
Yeah, exactly.
I think Alrik is looking at the bottle like, I cannot fathom that amount of money. Really?
It was a birthday gift from my stepdad.
Oh, I see.
Oh, like you're
your
marrying into a rich family.
1,000.
Oh my god. Okay.
He sprays it onto a very, very nice dark blue handkerchief, and he puts it against his nose.
I feel like Fiore would at this point know to bring something like peppermint essential oil
There's a lot of stinks, yeah.
down into like a dungeon, you know? So I feel like he'd have something like that. He's actually like, if Silk offered, Fiore would look sick. Because he'd be like, that's like 100 gold in one spray.
I think if Silk offered, Alrik would be surprised, like, are you sure? The thing is, Alrik is using the cloak that he has been in this area already with. So yeah, I think Alrik will probably ask, just like, would you be able to spray just like a small bit on like my cloak in this area? He points to his neck, just so I can smell something that isn't just like rosemary and everything from in here.
Silk smiles, and he steps up to Alrik, and he gently hooks a finger over the top of his cloak, and he sprays a little bit.
Oh. How does it smell?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's definitely lemony. But I think it's like, what's that flower that changes color with lemon?
Are you talking about Fratiz?
Is it pea flower?
Yeah.
Yes, pea flower. It smells like pea flower and lemon.
Wow, you guys are gay.
Shut the fuck up, man!
Okay. It smells like people.
And then Silk kisses his cheek.
Oh my god, I could hang myself.
Immediately red. And he says, thank you.
Of course.
Holds up to his face, hiding it.
I can't say that, sorry.
What do you guys do now? Because like as you're standing in, you can see there are these changing stalls at the doorways, and that seems to be where the smell is coming from. And there's weird clockwork stuff near the changing stalls.
Like, okay. That's, and I think he leads them inside. I think he's very curious about the door, like the curtains and stuff.
Yeah, so do you want to come closer to them?
Okay.
Do you want to check it out? What's the plan?
I don't like this.
I mean, we could look through all the other doors first. I'm fine with that.
Oh, yeah, but, oh, Fiore, you went up to one. Let's see. That's going to be a...
Hey, don't target him.
Wow. 17 to hit.
Fiore steps backwards.
What you see is a hand swipes from below the curtain and tries to go for you, but you easily step back, and you see it kind of around on the floor. It is a human hand, grey and mottled, long claws, and on a critical failure, I think you have enough time to immediately figure out what this is.
Okay.
That is a ghoul cultist.
Brother...
It's a librarian.
What the hell? What the hell?
Fresh meat! I hunger!
No, thank you. I am not food.
You hear rattling from the other doors. It's more ghouls by the looks of it.
Are these curtains as well?
There are wooden doors behind the curtains you can hear. It looks like these are all changing rooms, but you look around at that clockwork and everything, and you see the mechanisms all leading to a lever. And you get the feeling that basically these doors, more likely than not, would you actually like to all make me a crafting check to see if you can figure out what the hell any of this is?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, you know what, Fiore? You did get a 20, which you can figure out there's some kind of clockwork mechanism going on here. You don't know what it does, but someone built something. Silk and Alrik, though, the two of you exchange a look. You've seen clockwork like this before. Morlocks built this. It's a trap, a prison that they seem to have built for several ghoul cultists of the Cult of the Canker. So you figure out where those ones who fled earlier from you wiping out their boss, and the ones that didn't die to Otari where they went. The cult seems to be completely vanquished now. How does that make you guys feel?
Warm.
That's good. I like it when you're warm.
Why'd you have to say it like that?
I don't feel safe here.
I think Fiore is like, let's keep going. I don't...
But wait, what about the lever?
I'm really nervous about that lever.
Why?
I don't think we should pull random levers.
But
It's
there's
a
lever.
random it's a lever, and it leads to every one of those doors. I'm not gonna, pull it and then find out that they're all suddenly freed.
Your small friend is right. Pull
Yeah.
the lever.
Yeah, we're not pulling the
Absolutely
fucking
not.
lever.
I agree. You should pull the lever. Rattle, 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 rattle. Let us out. Pull the lever.
We're not pulling the lever.
Please.
No.
We'll be your friends.
I simply don't believe that.
Dude, come on.
No.
Man.
What the fuck is wrong with this place?
Why are there changing rooms down here anyway?
Maybe it's for changing into armor to fight the thing down there?
Strange. I guess there has to be one somewhere.
Maybe. I don't
It
know.
is odd. Do you think it's the same thing with those ones?
And he points towards the red curtains down there.
I can try. I'm fine, and if I get hurt, it's fine. I'll just fix it.
Good luck.
Would you... Well, you can tell that there are no clockwork devices around these ones. These seem to be just regular curtains. As you walk down deeper, there are 4 curtains leading into 4 other rooms that are not changing rooms. And at
But
the end
these
of the
are just
hallway, there's
curtains.
doors. Yeah, these are just regular curtains by the looks of it.
Okay, Fiore's like, well, these ones are just curtains, so I'm gonna open one. So, be ready.
Okay. Silk pulls out his gun.
Fiore, what is that?
I don't know. A table upside down?
No, my friend. It's worse. It's a massage table.
We need to run.
It's a massage table.
It's in kind of disrepair. You have to wonder why the fuck there's a massage table in the vaults.
Why the hell is there a massage table down here? I don't even want to know, actually.
I mean, everyone has to relax.
Yeah, but here?
Is this not laboratory?
Great.
Maybe they're really into chiropractic.
Let's try this one.
Papa believes in chiropractic.
You shouldn't.
Dave, you open up another curtain. It's another massage room.
Huh. It's literally another massage table.
Really serious about this sort of thing.
Dude, you open another one. It's another massage table. You're never
I'm
gonna get
getting
to the
pissed
one
off
below
now.
when you check.
You've got to be joking.
It's a fort massage table.
Fantastic.
This is pissing me off, man.
There is one more door at the very end.
If you're pissed off, you know where you can blow off steam at least.
There's one more door. Fiore has his shield up for the light, obviously. He's got it. I think he puts it in front of him just in case.
Another massage table.
If there's another massage table in there. Is this a sauna?
Dice Will Roll will return after these messages. We now return to Dice Will Roll.
You open the door and you are hit by a blast of steam.
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
Hot air erupts in your face. As you seem to be standing in front of what appears to be a large room, which may or may not be a fucking sauna. It is constructed entirely from polished stone. A wooden bench lines the circumference of the room, save for the exit, which you're standing at, which is covered by a thick curtain. At the center of the chamber stands a stone pedestal topped with a heavy bronze bowl filled with red-hot rocks. A wooden bucket full of water rests next to the pedestal. And it would appear to be a sauna, which is already quite the surprise. But I think the best part is that it's not empty. There's a fucking guy in the sauna. And he, I regret to inform you, is butt-ass naked except for a towel.
Oh, no.
And the towel is only there for a family-friendly rating, so if you at home care to imagine otherwise, that's on you.
Godspeed.
Wait, what?
And he's just chilling in the sauna.
Fiore opens the door and goes,
What do you do?
and then he looks so embarrassed that he yelled like that. And he puts the shield, not like it's raised, it's still there because it's the light, but he's like, sorry.
Do you want to
This is
explain
a
yourself?
shocking sight.
How does everyone react to this? That's my first question. What the fuck?
I already let you know.
I think Silk just covers his mouth and says, "Oh my."
Alrik immediately, saw, went wide-eyed, and looked away, to the point where his hood is hiding anything that would be seen. It's like, nope.
There is indeed a man in here. He's very muscular. Very muscular, very nude. Like I said, there is a towel, but it's not doing much. He would appear to be he's humanoid, right? He looks kind of like a guy. But he has perfectly white skin and these kind of glowing pink eyes, right? He's completely bald for what it's worth.
That's real.
He is very muscular, very sweaty, and he's kind of leaning back against the wall here, and kind of gives you guys a nod and says, "Privet!"
Oh.
Well, don't leave the door open. You're going to let all the steam out.
Oh, sorry.
Are you coming in fully clothed? You'll boil.
I'm resistant to fire damage.
It's also very rude.
He folds his arms.
I guess that's why there's changing rooms, huh?
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill myself.
We'll be back in a moment.
All right.
Okay, now you can discuss what the fuck.
Oh my god.
Well, it doesn't look harmful.
That's not the problem.
What's the problem?
I don't know, Silk.
He's in a sauna. What do you expect?
A bigger towel.
Not exactly the highest place of modesty, is it?
No. Well, he does seem friendly. Or at least friendly enough.
Thankfully.
We might be able to get information.
Silk. Silk puts his hands behind his back and, like, sways a little bit, and he kind of, like, kicks his foot, and he's like, I mean, it would be dangerous to go into a sauna with so many layers.
Fiore crosses his arms.
Alrik
And raises an eyebrow at him.
looks at Silk, blinking very fast.
What?
For what's worth, those massage rooms do have towels in them.
How often do you come across a sauna?
There's one in town.
Okay, out in the wild. In a dungeon.
I cannot say that I have seen a sauna in a dungeon.
And I'm just saying, once in a lifetime experience. No one else can say that they've been in a sauna in a dungeon. Except for this guy. But any other adventurer we meet will not have had this experience. I'm going. And he walks into one of the changing rooms.
Fiore, Alrik, you can either choose to let Silk handle this discussion on his own, or you can join him with the provided towels.
Good lord.
What do you guys say?
You could, if you're anxious about it, put a towel on your head, Alrik.
That's what I was thinking. Okay,
Yeah,
sure.
I've seen my mom wrap it, and he sort of is trying to like mimic, because his hair is short. He doesn't need to do this, but he has a mother that has longer hair. He's like, you kind of, it's like trying to mime it.
Oh, you mean like when you like twirl it and then like put it above you? I have done that before.
Yeah.
It hurts just a little bit, but I'll just drape it over my face. I'll just drape it over my head. It's okay.
Your whole face.
Well, and at some point I will want to drape it, probably over my face.
Take a hand towel to cover it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna change. Just goes into one of the changing rooms. This is one second.
You walk into Silk's one.
You walk into Silk's room and he smiles at you.
Alrik goes,
That's
oh,
what he does.
I got the other one.
Bold.
I've discombobulated.
Not that I mind.
Okay. Well, you guys all dress appropriately for a sauna. Would you like to enter into the dungeon sauna?
Yeah.
Okay. How's everyone looking?
Fiore's got his towel up his chest.
Pretty good.
He's like, I don't have top surgery.
Silk has his around his waist. And he's got his hair tied up in a ponytail.
Aw, cute.
There is one towel around Alrik's waist, and then a smaller one, like, draped above his head.
That's genuinely so funny. Okay, the three of you are standing now at the curtain, and you are free to do as you choose.
Open that fucking door.
Okay, you swish the door aside, more steam bellows out, and once again you see that pale man with his very small towel sitting there and grinning, and he says, Cutula!
What does that mean?
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Come in, come in. It's not often I have people joining me.
Well, glad to be your guest. Silk sits an appropriate, like, 15 to 20 feet away.
Okay. Well, the rest of you, where are you going?
Alrik stays close by to Silk.
Silk gets up and he sits right next to Alrik.
Okay.
Good lord.
It is pleasantly warm in here. You've all been in, like, saunas or hot rooms. You know what it's like, presumably. It's got that very, very damp heat on you. just so you all know, you all have a -1 on saving throws against fire effects or the enfeebled condition in here.
That's fine.
This guy here kind of like reclines a bit and says, "Great to have you all here. My name is Moshen, and you are?"
I'm Silk, and these are my 2 friends. Introduce yourselves.
Fiore.
Alrik.
Ah, good to meet you, Alrik, Silk, and Fiore. You've come here to get strong, yes?
Well,
Yeah.
we actually...
Okay, that is good to know, that is good to know. Listen, this makes your bones feel strong, no?
Is that what a sauna does?
Oh, it does lots of stuff for you. It makes your bones strong, it makes your flesh more compact. He kind of squeezes his pecs.
Oh my god.
It makes you a better warrior. That's why I spend at least 6 hours in here every day.
6 hours
6
every day.
Hours.
It just
How
means
much water do you drink?
I drink. He gets up and he gets up with that towel covering only the essentials from the front and not the back. So you're all treated to man ass for a moment. And he walks and there's a bucket of water and it's like, "This is magic bucket of cold water. You're supposed to throw it on yourself when you leave. I just drink from it. Pretty clever, no?"
Good lord.
Certainly a strategy.
And this here, this fire, it's got magic to keep the coals burning, to keep yourself hot. And these, you see this? And he picks up some fucking, like, tree branches. Says, "You use this to slap yourself on the back.
To what?
Increase circulation. It's good, try it." He comes up to you, Fiore, he hands you a tree branch. "Slap yourself on back."
I don't know
Tree-
that I want to do that.
Tree branches are a rare commodity this far underground. You have to go. It's too far up for many of the trees from the Darklands, too far down for many of the trees of the surface world.
I wouldn't want to waste that.
Oh no,
When
it's
you
fine.
could
It's a
use
magic
it.
tree. It grows back. Come here, slap. I can do it for you if you want.
Oh my god.
Bear your back to me, boy.
Oh my god.
Show me your back.
It's
He's, like, waving
covered
around.
It's covered in a towel.
You have to bear it. Just drop it. Drop it. It's fine. We're all men
I'm not-
here. It's okay.
Well, that is
Nothing to
kinda
be
true.
ashamed about. He said he's
Well,
still
I'm
holding
not-
that very small towel covering very little.
I'm not ashamed of anything.
Okay, then bear your back. Let me increase your circulation. He's waving it.
Oh my god.
Let me twap you.
Is this a real thing in real life, or is he fucking with
No,
us?
this is a real. Hey, every Eastern European is punching the air and saying, "Let's go!"
What the fuck?
Eastern European
You people are crazy.
I have many of my
branch.
best friends growing up were Finnish, and no, it's a whole thing. You slap the fuck out of your back with a branch.
Fiore's like, I'm not gonna get out of this without it happening. So he lowers the towel a little bit.
You have to go the whole way, man.
It's oh my god.
Don't be afraid to bear ass at me. It's fine.
I'm not gonna bear ass at you. He lowers it to where it's like above your ass, like at the hip.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's still holding it on. Oh my god.
Whoop-up!
Oh, okay.
Whoop-up!
Okay.
Whoop-up!
Okay, man.
Is it working?
It is working. Fiore, it just feels like you've been hit by a tree a few times.
He scratches his back. It's itchy.
He turns to you, Alrik. Okay, your turn.
It's entirely necessary.
Yes, it'll make. It is part. You come to sauna. You act like sauna. You know. You'll feel much better afterwards.
Okay, I suppose. He gets up and makes sure that the towel on his head is still secure as he takes all of his hair to one side, just flips it to the front.
It's like you're being hit by a tree branch. I know you.
Yeah,
It-
yeah.
Maybe he'll feel better later. Who's to say? He does go to you, Silk. Do you let him do it?
He leans back and he says, I'm allergic to trees, but thank you.
Oh, this is understandable. Sorry about that.
No, of course.
And he leaves you alone.
I twitch.
Alrik and Fiore, you two have a chance to share a disgusted gaze.
Makes the Excalibur face.
Fiore gives the exact same face.
Mushen here sits down and says, "So, where you guys come from? I don't see you around before, which is strange because, you know, Chloe, we've all been trapped here for 2 years now, so not many new faces."
I'm actually a little more curious about where you're from. We are explorers.
Well, as you can clearly tell, I am Munvari. You know Munvari has many stories on surface, I am sure of Munvari. We are great people, everyone loves us.
Should I roll something?
Yeah, all of you make a society check.
Mm-hmm.
Or bardic lore in your case, Alrik, if you prefer.
Ooh, I actually do prefer.
Fiore and Silk, the two of you exchange a look. You have no fucking idea what a Munvari is. You've never heard of a Munvari. This is literally the first time you've ever heard of this idea. Alrik, though, you have heard of Munvari. The Munvari are telepathic sailors from the sightless sea in Orv. So in the Darklands, there are several layers, with each one getting a little wackier than the last. The second layer is the Vaults of Orv, and basically they're these massive country-sized vaults, each one being drastically different. You might find one that is full of dinosaurs and mushroom-shaped trees. You might find one with black desert sand, radioactive crystals, and undead elves. And in the Sightless Sea, it is the largest of the known vaults of Orv. It is a massive underground ocean. And there are several islands. Many of them are run by Urdafan, which are like these weird, not quite undead vampire men. But the Munvari are one of the more hospitable of the people down there. They are psychic. They are they all have like albino skin and glowing eyes. And it is often believed that they may be descended from ancient Aslanti sailors. They also, you are aware, often carve armor out of jade, and ships out of jade, and buildings out of jade. They really like their jade.
Wow.
They're one of the few people who will align themselves with outsiders, because most people down in the bottom of the world are a little ruthless, and they will take all the help they can get.
There.
So, Alrik, you know that about Murshen and his people. Silk and Fiore, you have no fucking idea what he's talking about.
I think Alrik just kind of like nods along. he gives a look into Silk and Fiore, like, I'll explain later.
Fiore does not respond. He doesn't like lying.
He's like, yeah, you get it. Munvari, greatest people of world.
Right.
Most of my people there, they are psychic. I'm psychic too, but I'm never much of a book guy or a boat guy. I am a fighting guy. So I decide I will go higher up, find more people who like fighting. A lot of wrestling, a lot of combat, yes?
Oh, yeah.
I come up from below bottom of vaults. I find Pat Inn. I walk by some people, nice people. I walk by some mushrooms. I walk past city. I walk past this, I walk past that. And
You walk past city?
Yeah, it had people in it.
How many?
A lot. It's city.
Further down
yes.
from this?
Yeah, somewhere down there. Not important.
No, skip over it.
Yes. I come up here. I find Warped Blue Tavern. It's very good. Nice stuff. And, you know, I tell everyone I am master fighter. I beat people. I beat out of them. I am master beater.
Oh.
And all is good. Except one day, there is tavern fight. And I love tavern fights. I win all tavern fights. Pow pow, master beater.
Yeah.
But then I accidentally hit Bar Lady. You see her? She is the one with the translucent flesh, the bones, great haircut.
Yes.
You know
That's
Bone.
no good.
Yes, she is her name is Vishali. I beat Vishali. I hit Vishali in face.
You met her.
Well, yeah, I hit her. She was bartender at place. I talked to her a few times. I hang out there. But when bar fight breaks out and I hit her, she grabs me by waist, yes, like this. He leans over and he grabs you Silk by the waist.
Whoa.
And then she flips me. He doesn't flip you, but like he kind of shakes you a little bit. Flips me. I hit my head.
Understandable.
On the tile. Skull crack open.
Oh my god.
And she kicks me. And she says rude things to me.
You did punch her.
Mm-hmm.
Which is bad.
Yes, but you know what is worse?
What?
She is now champion of fight.
Well, yes.
I'm not anymore.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have punched her.
It's not my fault. I was in the heat of moment.
Well, I don't know. You probably...
But it's okay because
she...
I can reclaim my strength, yes? Except she understands she's too good for me now and she won't fight me. I ask her every day and she says, no, I will not fight you. And I understand why she won't fight me. It's because I am too weak.
I don't think that's why.
It is why.
I just don't know if she feels like fighting.
No, it's because I'm too weak. Trust.
Oh, okay.
Thankfully, there are people on this floor who can make me stronger. They are the Seugathi.
Uh-huh.
Yes. They have basically... I came to them and I said, listen, Master Jafaki, you can make me stronger warrior with your science, yes? And Jafaki, he says, yes, absolutely. Have a lot of treasure. Here you go. Fight these monsters in testing ground. And he keeps putting me against stronger monsters, and he keeps writing on his board, and I feel very good. So, pretty sure he wants me to be champion of tavern again, yes?
I don't know about that.
Yes.
We've heard of that guy.
Yeah, he does good science to make people stronger, yes? You see those morlocks he keeps around? They're stronger than normal morlocks, yes?
Yeah, but I don't know that they really... Man, I'm pretty sure he's making fleshwarps.
Okay.
They're not the same.
He won't do that to me.
I don't... Why would...
He
what?
could.
Because he loves me.
Are you
sure of that?
I'm his special boy.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
But are you sure that maybe... Okay. Are you sure, though, that maybe he's not, like, jealous of how strong you are?
No, he is not. He is a big centipede. He doesn't need to be strong.
Have you thought about not... I don't know about working with him.
Oh, it's fine.
It might not be, because think about this. You love your strength, right?
Yes.
And other people love your strength.
That's
and
right, yes.
Jafaki loves your strength.
That's right, yes.
And he might love to take it for one of his creations.
I don't believe this.
Why not?
He likes me too much.
Well, is it you or your strength?
He likes
like
all my jokes. He laughs at all my jokes. He laughs like this. He laughs just like this all time when I'm fighting. I make jokes. He loves me.
I think...
Oh my god.
Okay.
Motion.
Yes, that's me. That is my name.
You don't... You just want to fight here?
I want to fight Vishari. She is the bartender. She's too strong. I must reclaim championship. I will do this with cool science and studies from Jafaki.
I really don't... I'm really worried about that. Because we have heard of him and the things that he does, and I've seen some of the stuff, and it really concerns me.
It doesn't concern me.
And you seem like a really nice guy.
I am.
A really cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
And really nice and cool guys.
I'm not interested in sex with you, I'm afraid.
I'm not trying to... I am not propositioning you right now, or at all.
Maybe with you, he points at you, Alrik.
Hey.
He doesn't know.
Alrik scoots closer to Silk and goes, I have a boyfriend.
Silk puts an arm around Alric's waist and wags his fucking finger at this guy.
not his gay little finger wag.
Alright, that's fine.
Listen, I really think you're being manipulated.
I don't believe this. Until I beat her in fight, there's nothing that can be done.
Well,
and she won't
why
fight me
don't-
until she sees me get stronger. That's why I'm in the sauna all day, beefing
Well,
up. And then when
why
I'm
don't-
not in sauna, I'm fighting against Jafaki's monsters.
Why don't you maybe try to ask? Have you asked in a while?
Yes.
Why don't you ask with us? We were just in there. We did like a battle of the bands type thing. And we won. We could ask for it as a favor to fight you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm into this, yeah.
Because you've been training.
Yeah, I have.
I don't see why you wouldn't be strong enough now to try.
It's true, I am very strong.
And, I mean, you don't want to be so strong that it's not a challenge.
I do, though. I get what you're saying, but I do want it to be I want to humiliate her.
You don't like... Oh, God, we fight for different reasons. Anyways... He's like, that just sounds terrible. Fiore's like, well, then we could do that now or whenever. I just need to put my clothes back on.
Okay. Yeah, we all go get dressed, yes?
Yeah.
Already?
Okay, we go fight? We go fight?
Well, you could go fight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to, like, intrude on that.
Yeah, for sure. Come on, guys, let's go! And he whips himself with his stick one last time before striding out of there. And you guys are left in the sauna alone for a moment.
What a weirdo.
You said it.
I don't even know what to say to that.
I didn't know what to say to anything he said.
It's
Yeah.
fair.
I hope you know this is all in the book. I did not change anything.
What?
This
That's so funny.
He is just like that.
Good God.
Pretty good. Silk kind of hugs around Alrik's waist and he's like,
Can we come back later? I like saunas.
Oh my God, I'm getting out of here.
Alrik says, if you want to come back later, we can.
Yay.
alright, he gets up.
You all go and get dressed. Thankfully, when he leaves, Murshen is not... He's... Okay, you know what? No, his regular outfit is not much better.
Really funny.
He is
Get
wearing,
bored?
like, a jacket he's cut the sleeves off of. Like, a wrap around his crotch that, like, kind of looks like, you know, like the pants sumos wear. Hand wraps, a medal that he seems to have crafted himself, and nothing else.
And thank God.
Okay, we go fight, yes? We go
Yeah.
fight?
Yeah, yes.
I will say one thing, actually. Alrik and Fiore,
Mm-hmm.
the two of you feel pretty replenished.
Oh, cool.
It's like, God, you don't know how to describe it. It's like your circulation just feels way better.
Cool.
I'm gonna give you both 10 temporary HP. That lasts 1 day.
Amazing.
Not for you, Silk. You didn't use the tree branch to whip yourself.
Silk doesn't like that kind of thing.
Okay.
He's not a masochist.
No, he's not.
Motion happily strides out alongside you. You guys go wit?
Yeah,
Okay.
I fucking guess.
You make your way along. You leave the sauna, and you come back out into the viewing platform, past the dead Seugathi, and Motion says, "Oh my gods! Who did this?
Oh my... What happened?
Who did this?
Oh, must have been some powerful fighter.
They killed Verossi! Oh man, that is messed up.
Fortunate.
How horrible. You must remember them and then move on.
Oh, yes, it is what I must do. I must keep them in my heart. Okay, let's go.
The fighter spirit.
Yeah, I'm over it. Let's go.
It's like, oh my God, I'm gonna fucking puke.
You are strong of soul.
Yes. I will say, I think Silky probably left Borbo in with the clothes. You didn't bring him into the sauna, right?
No, he doesn't need to see that.
Yeah. Borbo's like,
What's going on?
Nothing. Don't even worry about it, love.
Okay, I won't. La 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 la.
You guys make your way up the stairs back into the Warped Brew Tavern. And it's been a little while now. So I think that the scene has like changed a bit. Some people have left, some people have come in. Mostly it's still the Morlocks. And everything seems pretty okay. Down in the back is the bartender, who Morshen has identified as Vishkari. And she looks up at you guys, and she sighs. You see her just like, okay.
Fiore's like, okay, hold on, give me a minute. And he goes up to the bartender, and he sits down, and he looks at her with his big, big eyes.
What can I get you?
Listen, I really need you to fight that guy.
I'm not going to.
Please,
No.
I'm actually begging you. What do you want? I will do nearly anything.
Unfortunately, I just don't like him. He hit me once.
He did do that. He did talk about that. I think he thinks it's normal.
Yeah, because he's quite stupid.
But if you don't fight him, I'm pretty sure that he's going to be turned into an actual flesh warp, and I really don't want that to happen.
That would be good.
That would actually be really bad.
I think it's good if he dies.
What do I need to do to let you fight this guy and let him win?
Definitely. Okay. That fighting him is one thing, letting him win is another. I don't want to do any of those things.
Please.
I'm an Urdefan. Do you know what the Urdefan do?
I don't know. I don't usually
Our
stereotype
kind?
people.
Our kind was created by the Horsemen of Death.
I didn't know that.
Our cosmological role is to aid in the ultimate demise of all living things in the universe.
Is
I
that
think
what you're
he should
doing
be the
here?
first one to die.
Oh my god!
I think Morshen is a stupid head. There, I said it.
You know, I agree with you on the fact that he's stupid. Not that he should die. I don't really think anyone should have to die.
I disagree with you.
That's fine. I don't need you to agree with me. I'll be frank.
Hello, Frank.
I will. I will do nearly anything that you want if you do this for me, and I can do it. I mean that. I can't. I do not lie. I don't like lying. It makes me deeply uncomfortable, and also it's against my religion. I will do it.
Okay. What can you offer me? Because I can't think of anything I want off the top of my head.
If you need gold, I have gold.
I
If
mean,
you need
it's a
a
very
favor?
closed economy down here.
Fair. I don't know how many people you need to advertise to.
You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure some of the people in the back are very, very tired. If you do some cleaning if you do some cooking in the kitchen for, let's say 2 hours. No.
Yeah.
If you cook in the kitchen and work there for the next 6 hours, I'll consider fighting him.
Yeah, I can do that.
And your friends too.
Let me go tell them.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Bye.
Bye. And Fiore comes back and he's like, okay. She said if we worked in the back for 6 hours, she would do it.
In the back?
Yes, Silk. In the back. You'd have to do labor.
Oh.
6-hour shift?
Yeah.
I've never done one of those before.
I know that.
6 hours shouldn't be that bad, right?
It's a shift.
Sure, but if your hands are working, it goes by fast, right?
Usually.
You promise it'll be fast.
Yes. And
Promise.
Silk, you could probably use magic to make it easier on yourself.
That is true.
That's exertion too.
Silk.
If I must.
Yes, you must.
What do you guys do?
I think they go, I think that Fiore looks at Mersha and is like, listen, I've talked to her.
Yes?
and we're gonna do her one more favor, and then she'll do it.
Yippee! He jumps in the air.
So you can chill out here.
Okay, I will chill.
Prepare, and
How long?
We're 6 hours.
I'm going to go train instead.
Okay.
You'll come back in 6 hours.
He goes to the door nearby and he punches it open. He says, yes, 6 hours. I'll count to seconds.
Jesus.
Okay.
You think he's heading directly back for the sauna.
Yeah,
I don't know how he enjoys that for that long.
Makes him strong.
I guess, man. Whatever.
Do you
Make
hop
me
behind?
dehydrated.
Do you hop behind the desk and go to the kitchen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. So you make your way back behind them. I think there's a few snickers from Shadow Mouse as you make your way towards the kitchen, like, ooh, these guys are doing labor. But they don't seem to mean much harm by it.
Silk's so mad.
You push open the door, and you see a few figures inside. In the back, first off, this dirty kitchen features a lit stove with oil stains, gristle, and a strong aroma of smoke. Alcoves to the north contain meat hooks and overflowing baskets of fungus. And it appears to be a kitchen. Certainly the people inside are interesting looking. First off, we have an old man who appears to be some sort of gnome.
Epic.
He looks at you with a raised eyebrow, like it's very long, comes off his face. He's got a very long beard, and he kind of like snorts before getting back to cooking what appears to be a large beetle. Next to him is another Munavri, it looks like. The same, like the psychic albino sailor people that Morshen is related to.
Cool.
Who is kind of like shuffling around and mumbling to themselves. They only appear to have one arm.
Okay.
And then, perhaps most startlingly, is an elf. Now,
Okay.
the thing about this elf is that his skin, his pallor, it is a strange lilac, very pale. And Silk, you feel every hair on your body stand up, which isn't many, but all of them do stand up. Your forehead.
The one single hair he missed when shaving.
Your forehead furrows.
Oh my god.
Your lips turn into a grimace. Your teeth begin to chatter. Your fingers begin to twitch. Your ears wiggle.
It's a drow.
That is a drow.
That's a fucking drow.
That's a fucking drow. They're real!
He grabs onto Alrik.
It's a drow. That's a fucking drow.
Wait, what?
It's a drop over there.
Alrik looks subtly.
Do you want to roll me a society check?
I would love to.
Okay, you're pretty sure he's not a drow. But you can't explain why there is a elf this far below. Nor can you describe why his skin is like a pale lilac. But you're pretty sure that's just a regular elf and not some demon-infested bogeyman from elf lore. It's a guy, from what you can tell.
Bro is a man.
Silk is looking at Alrik like he's seen the devil.
We have to get the fuck out of here.
Can't be back here.
Fiore, not noticing all that.
I can't be back here. I'm too young.
Alrik puts both hands on Silk's shoulders and says, "Sweetheart, I'm sure we'll be fine. And if anything happens to you, I will protect you."
Silk, you know that drow love to fleshwarp elves.
Alrik, and he hugs him.
Fiore, not really noticing, is like, hey.
Oh god, she got more people in, didn't she?
Yeah, she said you could take a break?
What the fuck?
But yeah, we're gonna work for you.
Holy
Instead.
shit, that is unusual.
It's
Everyone.
for a favor.
We've got new meat. And they'll be doing the work for us for once. Isn't that a pleasant surprise? And he catches you looking stuff and says, what are you looking at?
Nothing. I'm sorry.
Do you have an issue? Can I help you?
No, dude.
Okay, then stop staring at me, freak.
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking at...
Do you need something, Sunkisser?
No.
Okay, then you keep those sky blue eyes off me, yeah?
Actually, they're deep navy, but yes, I will.
Good
Well, how would I know? I've not seen the sky.
It seems like a you problem.
That's a drow right there. Only drow haven't seen the sky. He kind of grumbles and goes to a nearby table, and the gnome kind of lets out, right, and says, right, it's okay. And the Munvari kind of like scuttles past you and says, she took my hand, she took my hand, she took my hand, she took my hand.
Are you okay?
The colourful lady, she took my hand in my sleep. I'll never get it back. Her world of beautiful toys, I'll never go back. I shall never go back.
Do you, want to talk about this?
Nah, she's just weird. Don't worry about it.
If you're sure.
I am sure, thank you. But, yeah, lads, let's just take a breather. We have 6 hours to kill for once, so that's nice. You guys get to work. Have fun.
Alright.
What do you guys do?
Oh, God. What is there to do?
Well, it seems that mostly what they're cooking in here are bugs, mushrooms, moss, and other underground stuff. Hanging from the meat hooks, there are several large, fattened worms. They almost look tasty in their own right. You don't immediately love the image, but okay, could be worse. There's a cauldron boiling. There is a room. There's a door to the east that has a chair put in front of it. Which, as you're kind of going by, the dreaded drow points it and says, yeah, I mean, that place is dirty if one of you wants to try clean it out, but, I mean, I guess you could pick some more mushrooms from the supply room.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
One of you can do the cooking, I guess, and, I don't know, last of you can do the dishes?
Mm-hmm. Thanks.
The gnome kind of points out and says, whatever you is, just careful of the rubbery and head and stuff.
Be careful of the huh?
He's pointing at the mushroom room. Careful when you're you guys are. He gives you a thumbs up.
Be careful?
He's just saying to not breed too much when you're in there.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
And Jadzeli here, the Munavri, she says, she took my hand, I'm never getting it back. In her wonderful dreamland of toys and miracles, I'm never getting my hand back.
Joyful crowd.
What do you guys want to do? Who wants to go where?
Can I spend 10 minutes to get Persistent Servant?
Yeah, sure, I think so. Well, first off, what task are you going to do?
I think that Silk knows his capabilities and one of those that's not cooking. So I think he's gonna go for dishes.
Okay.
He's gonna have his Persistent Servant do it.
I think that's very clever, and I'll allow you to do Arcana to do this. I think you start doing this, and the vile and wicked drow points at you and says, really, magic? You can't wash dishes by yourself?
No.
So selves are the worst. Afraid you'll chip
me?
Think you heard me.
Shut up.
No.
Yes.
No.
Fuck you.
No. I think you'll find fuck you.
Fuck you.
I think Vishkari points her head and says, everyone shut the fuck up and get back to work. And then she slams the door shut. Very quietly.
See what you did.
The disgusting, cruel drow gives you a very small middle finger. Very casually, he's not throwing it, he's
He blows a raspberry at him.
Fiore and Alrik, who wants to pick mushrooms and who wants to cook?
Funnily enough, I actually think Fiore would, at least within, in character, be good at cooking these items.
Yeah, you have talked about before that you are, actually... I mean, you grew up in a cave eating this kind of stuff. It's not
Yeah,
unusual
so
to you.
I think he's like, oh, yeah, I know how to make this stuff taste normal.
And Alrik, you're pretty good at horticulture, right?
Oh, he's pretty good at foraging, yes.
Do you want to take care of picking the mushrooms?
Yeah.
Okay. So, who's gonna go first? Who do you want to do the challenge with first?
Fiore can go,
Okay.
if no one else wants to.
So, Fiore, you go by the cauldron, and you go by, like, they have, like, a heating, like, a little grill, which appears to be mangled from some ancient clockwork monster. And it's being heated up by, I think, a bowl of magma beneath, which is being magically produced.
I think he's very fascinated by that. That is way fancier than anything he had ever had in the dungeon growing up. So he's like, wow, this is incredible.
And basically the way that this works is every few minutes, a new order comes in. I think it's basically there are like magic rocks on the wall, which each have like letters on them. And every once in a while, they'll kind of shake around and then turn into a new order. Okay?
Okay.
So the first order to come true is a grilled giant louse sandwich. The ingredients for that are a giant louse, some mushroom bread, and a few different types of fungus. To make that, I want you to make me a survival check.
Oh, dear God.
Actually, you're right. Sorry. You're going to be good at this because you have done this in the past.
Yeah.
For a living.
Yeah, I was like, because my survival is a +2.
Yeah. I'll let you roll a society roll.
Okay. Public or?
Public.
Okay. 27.
You do great. Fiore, you assemble that sandwich like nobody's business.
Right.
Next on the order, deep worm meatballs. Again, a fungus-based pasta, and then baby cave worms rolled into meatballs.
Okay.
Make me another society check.
I assume that would be ground and not literally just rolled into balls.
Oh, no, they're ground. You're grinding them.
Yeah. 25.
That is another success. Fiore, great work. One more. Let's see if you can cook up one last delicious meal. It is a fleshwarp residue. Just fry up a load of fleshwarp.
Face. He makes a disgusted face.
What do you do?
That's people, man.
Yeah, it is. It's not great. Now, what you could do is you could make a substitute.
I think he's going to make vegan flesh warp residue.
This one will require... This will require a society check, but the DC will be quite high, because you're like trying to look at what mushrooms you have and be like, okay, well, here it doesn't suck.
Okay. Oh my god!
There is no way you just rolled a nat 20.
I did do that. I did
Okay.
do that.
Fiore, you make the perfect quote-unquote fleshwarp residue. You combine the fleshiest of mushrooms, you add oils and like fats from other meals, and you lump it all together, and it looks just like regurgitated people. And you actually get a compliment to the chef back from Gulzash. Oh man. Seugathi people. It's a thing, you know. At least he's eating fleshwarps and not human people, I guess.
Yeah, but there are some flesh warps that are literally just sapient people, so he's like,
Yeah, it's not ideal. But you're doing a great job, and I think that is pretty much how the rest of the evening goes for you. Alrik, do you want to go next and go foraging for the mushrooms?
Alrik can forage, yeah.
Okay. You make your way into the storage room. And everything seems fine here. It's a little dark, so I guess you're gonna have to cast light.
Yeah, he's gonna do that.
Okay. A little sphere of light. How does this look again?
Lens flare.
Yeah, that little lens flare appears around you and keeps you able to see what you're doing. And as you walk through the storage room, it's mostly just grimy bottles, poorly cleaned dishes. There's the door to the back, and it has a sign that reads, "The Mushroom." You know, that's clever. And you walk in.
Oh no?
The whole room is covered from top to toe with fuzzy yellow moss.
Oh.
It is like literally everywhere is yellow growths. And there's a few very large mushrooms poking out from here. And immediately as you walk in, you feel spores, and you're like, ugh! Did you make any precautions before entering in here? You were warned not to breathe in.
I think Alrik did the same thing as when he was in the sauna of like, or not, before they went into like the changing room that led to the sauna, of putting his cloak a little over his face. And before he opened the door, it took a deep breath in.
Okay. Well, Alrik, as soon as you enter, there are spores in the air, and you are going to make me a fortitude save, but you'll have a +2 on this because you took a precaution.
Okay. Private, public?
Public. You'll know whether you fail or not.
Okay, sick. No, +2, that's an 18. I can use the hero point.
Well, the 18 makes it not a critical failure.
Yeah.
Because if you didn't have that +2, it would immediately have been a crit fail.
Yeah.
Do you want to roll again with a hero point?
I'll roll again. I have 2 hero points.
Okay.
24. Plus
24.
Do I still have the +2?
+2. Yep, that's a 26. That is a success. So you do not breathe in the dreaded spores.
Good.
I want you to make me a survival check or a nature check, dealer's choice, to attempt to pick out some mushrooms that are edible and will not kill you to eat.
Alright, we'll do nature. 25.
At 25?
Yeah.
That's going to be a failure.
Damn.
It doesn't mean that you fuck up, it doesn't mean that you pick up the wrong thing, but it does mean you need to make me another fortitude save.
Oh gosh, okay. 14.
That is going to be a critical failure.
Yeah.
You can hero point it again, or you can take the damage.
Fuck it, right? Hero point.
Okay. Alrik, you are sweating bullets as you move through here.
Okay, that's a 28.
Success. That is a success. So that is going to bring you up to, you're fine, you're good, you're not dying. But you are certainly getting a little stressed out by how difficult it is to pick apart floor mushrooms from eat mushrooms.
Yeah.
Make me another survival check.
Okay.
Or nature, either or.
26.
That will do it, Alrik. Your eyes widen. You see one that looks edible. You saw it off. There's a few more near it. You pick them up, and you close the fucking door before you have to breathe in any more of that nasty, nasty spores. How are you doing?
From outside of the storage room, you hear all go. Oh God.
Okay.
God.
Fiore and Silk, you two hear Alrik almost dying in there.
What was that?
Alrik comes out and he's panting so hard and looks at Fiore, holds out the mushrooms and goes, "Here."
Thank you. Please don't die.
Not like foraging in the forest.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Silk.
Hey, girl.
You've got probably the simplest job. You got a little guy doing the work for you.
Yeah.
Honestly, do you just want to roll me an Arcana check? And I think this will be very quickly resolved because you are
The best wizard ever, yeah.
You're the best wizard ever. That's right.
And did I fucking stutter?
You may just be the best wizard ever, Silk.
I am. There's no competition. Everyone get it on your fucking knees.
Your phantasmal minion works so quick and so hard. I think Even the vile, disgusting, cruel, evil drow looks over like, oh my god, maybe I should learn some magic.
He sees Silk turn over his shoulder and smirk at him.
He kinda like snorts and says, alright, well since you're not doing any work, pull up a chair, sit with us.
Don't mind if I do.
He sweats.
You make your way to sit at a table with these Darkland folks, all of whom are terrifying.
He regrets it instantly.
The gnome is fully asleep. The Munavri, Giseli, she looks up at you and she shows you her hand and says, she took my hand and I'll never get it back.
Oh, that's a shame.
She does have you thought she didn't have a second hand? She does, it's just all withered up.
Yeah.
She's got like a weird tattoo on it.
Well, it looks cool.
The tattoo is just a weird series of numbers.
Ah.
And the disgusting drow says, Giseli, stop freaking him out. What's your name, Dan?
Silk.
Is that your actual name?
Well, would you like to be formal?
I mean, I suppose not. Right, Silk it is. I'm Falxie. Falxie Orshandiel. Pleasure to meet you.
You as well.
So what brings you down here?
Well, I'm a bit of a cartographer. I'm making a map of the dungeon.
Right, well, you're not going to go much further, I'm afraid. You're locked off after the next floor.
Really? Why's that?
Landslide. No one here knows how to fix it up, and gods damn it, the devils down there means we're not going to get it done anytime soon.
I heard about that. It happened, what, like a year or two ago, right?
2 years now, unfortunately.
Mm.
It's not like I want to go back down, though, so I guess it suits me fine doing busy work here.
Where are you from down there?
I think he looks at you for a moment and quietens and says, I'd rather not discuss it, if that's alright.
He like throws up his hands like,
By all means.
It's not like you're going to go down there anyway, so whatever.
Oh, maybe one day.
I think he snorts a little bit, says, yeah, maybe.
Nothing's impossible.
Well, I suppose, but unless you're going to get a whole dig team down here, I don't see you guys getting any deeper into the vaults.
For now.
Alright, well then you'll need a dig team and a squadron of devil killers, so...
I think that can be arranged.
he smiles.
Oh, I think he furrows his brow. He says, right, well, if you manage it, I guess keep me in the loop. Look, you actually don't seem like a total cunt, so I'll help you out with your map thing. You see around the corner?
Yeah?
Up that way, and he points at the path none of you have gone yet. Up there, there's an old room. We mostly use it for storing casks, but it's very strange. Weird carvings on the floor. Might be something of interest to use.
Really?
He takes out his Astronomicon and like circles that.
Give it a look at some point when you're on your break.
Well, thank you. I gravely misjudged you.
How
I'm
do you
sorry
mean?
for saying fuck you.
Oh, well, I'm not particularly sorry, but I appreciate it.
Okay, damn, I take it back. I'm not sorry either.
Good, never apologize for anything you ever do.
I won't.
What do you guys do? You've been here for a few hours. It's nearing the end of your shift. You're all very tired. What now?
I actually think Fiore's in a good mood right now. It's not like he was doing anything he's never done. He likes cooking. He's cooking ingredients that he is shockingly familiar with. He's familiar with normal ingredients. I repeat, he has eaten normal food. But he spent a long time cooking weird quote unquote food. So he's doing pretty good. I think once he's finished, he comes over to the others. He looks happy. Pleased with himself.
I think he gets up and scuttles over to Fiore. I think he's looking for Alrik to kind of wave over.
What kind of fuck are you doing?
Probably still catching their breath.
Oh.
Let's go to them. Are you alright?
That was a lot harder than I thought it would be. There was spores in there.
Oh.
Oh.
Let's get you away. He like puts a hand on his back.
At least I managed to get some things that were edible, but how did you fare?
Oh, I didn't do anything. I cast a spell.
Sounds about right. At the very least, it wasn't too taxing, though, was it? 6 hours of not really needing to do too much, just cast a spell?
Oh, I wasted a spell slot.
Are we? You don't even like being here that long.
I do. I have it available already. I have time sense.
Okay. I think by now you can tell it's probably like 5 p.m. on the surface.
It is getting late. Very late.
What time is it?
5 p.m.
It's not that late. We'll get back. We'll get back soon. We just need to finish up with this stuff and make sure that man does not get turned into a flesh warp.
Yes. That would be dreadful.
Yeah.
Let's hurry things along. I don't want to stay here overnight.
Do you want to check that room that they were talking about?
Oh yeah. Seuga's like,
But before we do, maybe just quickly, or next time we come down here, there is a room that our friends over there told us about.
What was it?
A room with strange markings on the inside that I'd like to take a gander at.
We can check now. I really don't mind. It'd be easier than asking to come back to. Anyways.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't know if any of us would want to get stuck doing this again. Alrik says under his breath, away from the guys who are still here.
absolutely.
Fiore's like, what? It was fine.
They're like getting back to work for what it's worth.
Fiore waves.
I think the gnome kind of grunts. The Foxy, the drow, supposedly, he waves at you. But I think as you're passing Alrik, Jedzelli kind of grabs at you with her hand, the one that she's been fussing over. And you can see that it's all withered away, like it's just skin and bone.
Oh.
And she clutches you and says, "Don't let her take her away." And I want you to make me a quick perception check, Alrik.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. Private?
Yeah.
Always a fun thing and never scary.
Okay.
Alrik, Silk noticed earlier, but I think you maybe notice more gravely that there are markings on her withered hand.
Are they numbers?
They're numbers. A series of numbers.
Oh, it's specific, isn't it?
The series of numbers come together to read 101016, which you can tell is the 10th of the 10th 4716.
Bro.
Huh.
Which right now, that was 6 years ago.
Uh-huh.
And she just looks up at you with these empty eyes, and she clutches onto you with an arm that's basically nothing but bone. And she leans in close and says, "I was lucky." And she lets go.
I think Alrik is just stunned. Is she still, like, sitting there, or...?
She's kind of standing there awkwardly in front of you. Her eyes are pleading with you.
I won't let anything happen.
She nods a little feverishly before Foxy, the drow, comes around the corner and says, "Giselle, will you stop bothering them and get back to work with the mushrooms?" And she says, "Yeah." And she kind of scampers off. And he looks back to you guys and says, "Sorry, she's a bit... too much work with the shrooms, you know, damages the head. You'll probably be fine, though. You're only in for a little bit."
Right, but, if you don't mind my asking, where'd she come from before she worked here?
I mean, she's a Munavri, so I think she came up with, not too long after, that muscly one. They're from deep, deep, deep underground, you know? So, deeper than me, even.
Uh-huh. And just started working here one day?
I mean, she was working here when I got here, so, I don't know. Can't tell you more.
Okay.
Sorry, wish I could help, but she's just strange. And it's definitely because of all the mushrooms she's inhaling. For what it's worth,
Right.
It's her pick. She likes doing it. She says it makes her tingly, so whatever.
Right. No worries. I just Just curious.
Yeah, no fret. Good luck, mate. And he turns back to chopping up some bugs.
And Alrik turns back to the others. Face pale white.
Oh, darling.
What's going on with Golarion happened to them. The markings, they were numbers too.
Oh.
From 6 years ago.
Oh my god. I saw them, but I didn't put that together.
Well, the markings were faint, but they looked really similar to what Golarion had on her arm.
Oh my god.
Whatever happens, she's not stepping foot in this tower. Not stepping foot in the vault at all.
Perhaps we should keep an extra eye on her,
I'd already been thinking that.
especially as we get nearer.
Yeah.
But for some reason, no one else knows about it except for us. But how is someone else way out of Doriana's purview? No.
I'm not sure. Listen. We have a little bit more information. Then let's keep going. And we'll continue to keep an eye on everything while we're in town.
Okay.
Alrik, you send one last glance back to the storage room where Jedzelli is working away before making your way around a corner. Up a long corridor to see this storage room that Falxie was suggesting you check out. You guys make your way up top, and there's a door. Will you open it?
Open that. Open that
Yeah.
shit.
Bump that.
Okay. Fiore, you open the door.
Fuck yes!
This circular chamber is plainly used for storage, as it has several large casks stacked along its rounded walls. Dull silver fills the faded runes carved into the stone walls. It's a teleportation circle.
Oh, this is awesome.
This will get you back to the surface you'll have to spend an hour reawakening it, obviously, but you'll be able to teleport to the surface.
Life is so beautiful. Let's get
This
started.
is yeah, let's do that.
Before we forget at all, we are not leaving till this is done.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boys,
so-
you move this barrel.
Just the one or all three?
All of them.
Every single
Oh,
one of them.
good lord.
Alright. Do you still have your unseen servant?
You hear a knock on the floor. You do.
Yes.
They can help.
Ask politely.
You hear two very polite knocks on the floor.
Oh, he wasn't talking to the servant.
I know, but the phantasmal minion believes that you were, so he asked politely to help.
He says, not you.
Please, phantasmal servant, can you help with the barrels?
You
Please.
hear a hopping and a skipping on the floor.
Okay.
So, this will take you an hour. We need a primary caster and then two secondary casters who will use either Arcana or Occultism. Fiore, you aren't great at either of those.
Fiore went out of his way to be really bad at sorcery, in the hopes that it would go away. Unfortunately, now he's just bad at sorcery.
Alrik and Silk, which of you wants to lead? Which of you wants to aid?
I'll lead. With occultism.
Okay.
Yeah, I... Secondary.
Okay, sure. Silk, you make me an occultism, and then Alrik, you make me an occultism. Wow! Silk, holy shit. Holy shit, both of you do so good! I think this takes you, because you both crit succeeded, I think this takes you half an hour.
Wait, does Fiore have to roll?
No, you don't. You can sit and watch.
He literally sits and patiently waits, and he's like, I'm really sorry, I don't like doing this thing.
You, not only do you, because you both crit succeeded, you both do it extremely fast, and you are able to permanently reactivate this portal.
Hell yes.
Great work.
Hell
The
fucking
floor
yes.
sigils flash with light, and you probably shouldn't advertise what this does, but no one seems to come here very much, so great work. Now all you have to do before you leave is make sure that Morshen wins his fight.
As soon as they finish, Fiore's like, oh my god, the fight. Oh, jeez. We should do that. We should handle that. Oh my god.
Oh, God.
He's literally already walking off. He's like, oh my god. Oh my god.
This
Hey,
will be
man.
fun.
Okay. Alrik, Silk, Fiore, do you guys go out there to put on this exhibition match?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. You guys make your way out. Vishari, the bartender, the Urdefan, she looks at you guys as you come out and says, well, you did a decent job, so I can't back out of a promise.
I'm glad to be of help.
But just know that I'm going to hate every moment of this.
I'm really sorry.
That's okay.
And so, you guys probably talk to Shadow Malice, and Raita very excitedly jumps to her feet to go help. And we see everyone gathering around the stage normally reserved for music. Vishari stands on one side, grimacing a little bit, and a very, very sweaty Morshen comes back in, and he's punching the air, he's flexing, he's riling up the crowd, and for what it's worth, the crowd thinks this is funny as fuck. And Raita, she stands on top of a table and says, welcome everyone to the fight of a century! A grudge match for the ages that you won't soon forget! On our left, we have Morshen from deep under the seas of Orb. He's come to reclaim his championship from Vishari, the bartender of the Warp Brew Tavern! And you hear the morlocks go, yeah. You see the kitchen staff poking their head out. Falksy, the gnome, who, by the way, his name, just so you all know, is Glashdrumder, and even meek little Jadelzi. All kind of poke their heads out to watch. Raita continues and says, this is going to be a good, clean fight. First person to be held down for count of 3 will be the loser, I guess, and then the winner's the person who didn't do that. And the Morlocks are the way we're going to determine who wins this fight is I want you all to privately DM me who you would like to win. So each of you shoot me a quick DM. Who do you want to win? The bartender or Morshen? Okay. We see Morshen kind of pacing around. He's like,
Yeah, come on, let's go. For the power of Morshen, I will win.
and he rushes towards Vishari, and he throws a punch, and Vishari sidesteps it, and he goes, "Ugh! How could you?" And she kind of stares at him, and he says, "But you won't be prepared for Morshen punch!" And he throws a super charged up punch at Vishari, and Vishari takes a step back and says, "That didn't work." And he's like, "Ugh! Well then, Morshen suplex!" And he rushes at her, and he grabs her, and he flips her in the air, and she grabs his shoulders and then flips him in the air. And there's a fucking wrestling for a second, and then they both stomp away from each other. Everyone is losing their fucking shit at this. The Morlocks are loving it. Shadow Malice is loving it. Raita is shrieking and trying to call out their moves. And then Vishari pulls out her super special move. She pulls out a knife. And she runs at Morshen. And she stabs him in the gut. And he goes, "Ugh!" And he falls to the floor. And she steps over him, and she puts a boot on his head. 3, 2, 1. I win. And the crowd cheers, a little confused. And Raita says, "It would appear that Vishari is the winner!" And she very non-celebrantly kind of stumps away. Fiore, you're there by the stage, right?
Yeah.
He kind of grabs you and says,
"It didn't work. The Javaki signs didn't make me strong enough."
But Mersha, they loved it.
They did?
Yeah, look, did you not hear them cheering the entire time?
This is true? Oh, I'm bleeding a lot. They cheer for
me?
me?
Here, hold on. Wait, can you take holy magic?
Oh yeah, it's fine. Totally cool.
Okay. And then he heals him. He's like, let me do this, and he casts lay on hands to heal him. He's like, are you okay? He's pulled out a towel to wipe off the blood.
He looks at you, and he's like, I lost, but they still cheered?
Well, yeah. The point isn't just winning. It's having a good fight.
So you're saying that even losers are winners?
Basically, as long as everybody's got good sportsmanship.
And Jafaki lied. He said these signs would make me stronger, but she bit me with her signature knife attack.
She did beat you with her signature knife attack.
I will never work with this evil man ever again. He was using me.
He was using you.
I cannot believe no one warned me.
Sometimes you've got to learn these things for yourself.
What? Yeah. Okay.
It makes you stronger also.
I get up. Thank you, Fiore, from the surface. You are welcome back into my sauna anytime. He fucking shakes your hand.
He shakes back.
And you too. He points at Alrik and Silk, who are a little further back. You guys are welcome too.
Oh.
And I'm gonna reveal the votes. Dave in all caps and in enlarged font. Fiore so badly wants Mershan to win. And then Judas and Judas here. Bartender because I'm a traitor from Ritz. And then from Luna, I want the bartender because, girl, I get it. I don't want him to become a fleshwarp though. Bartender from Luna.
Hand in hand.
In fairness, you still completed the quest, so quest complete. Mershan does not die or become a fleshwarp, but what he does do is he learns a valuable lesson about friendship. And also that Vishari has a knife, which he did not know before.
Really good lesson.
He does pull something out and hands it to you, Fiore, and says, take this. I don't want them anymore. More evil treasures from the nasty, nasty men. Yet. And he pulls out a pouch of treasures. There is a gold and emerald ring, a ruby-encrusted dagger, and a fine mithril bracelet. All of which, when you sell it together, will be worth 130 gold.
Whoa. Thanks.
Anytime, for my best friend.
I'm glad to be friends with you.
Do you all want to add, what's 130 divided by 3?
I don't know.
Something. It's
Mershan
44 gold each.
Mershan is kind of like what Carmen wishes that he was when he sleeps at night.
That's the arc Carmen wishes he got.
He's like, oh, please! But in reality, he's just an asshole. But instead we've got a lovely Russian man.
A lovely Russian man who has towels that are too small. So everyone add 44 gold to your sheet.
Got it.
And if you'd like, you can all head back to the surface through that teleportation gate.
Yeah.
Okay. Fiore, you are hugged tight by Mershan. Vishari resumes her post and rolls her eyes a little bit. She lets you guys pass because she thinks you guys are pretty okay. And Alrik and Silk, the two of you, make your way side by side as Fiore catches up with one of his ribs broken from that hug. And the three of you make your way to the portal with flashes bright, and you return back to the surface, to the town of Otari. And unbeknownst to you, there are quite a few things waiting for you up there. This episode of Dice Will Roll would not have been possible without the support of our patrons. Roxy, Sel Ravao, The Protease Inhibitor, Acid Dialogue, River Sports Artist, 100 Gex Official, Horror Fan, Lightning Scare, Dr. Caesar MD, A Potato, Derpy Gamer, Quinlan Boss, Princess Alavi, Emily is Gay, Meow Mai, Abigail Wallet, Knight the Werewolf Teacher, Ashley, Actually a Bot, Violet, Soul Grease Lobo, Phoebe Jeebies, Daisy Gilliam, Lux Rexus, Baron Stormcrow, Tony Saunders, Mita, Arave, Mott That Crawls, Ferric Falcon, Luis Loza, Aries, Alexander Quizzle, May Cohen, Skyly, Generally Tricked, Transgirl Trish, Bal Punyon, Matthew Wislan Krasnovich, Tillen Shark, Glitch HD, Jace Snooks, Jonathan Love, G Barbera, Luke, Gideon, Simon Strange, Seth, Kira, Lichlope, Gizmo, Cass, Fable McElduff, Ava, Rem T. Bright, Lonesome Chunk, Steph, Sean C., Natasha Lumley, Rhiannon C., Ellie, Jenna Mitchell, Kane Kendrick, Sky Evangeline, Triceratops, Anna Maria, Jordan, Emlyn Aderna, John the Book Hoarder, SS66 Seeker, and Dame Valor the Turd. If you'd like to see what you can get for helping us keep it rolling, check out patreon.com/DiceWillRoll today.
Every hero strikes out on their adventure for a different reason.
To prove myself worthy of my mother's praise.
To write my own story and discover who I really am.
To prove to my family that I am more than they believe me to be.
To revive the god that has chosen me.
But when the fragile balance of the world is in jeopardy, and sinister forces move in the darkness, heroes will be tested, pushed to their limits and beyond. And it will be left to them to determine if they are up to the task. There is a darkness rising. Will they be able to overcome the challenges and meet this evil head-on?
For my god.
For my story.
For my freedom.
For the world.
To restore the balance. Modified Role Season 2, The Chronicles of Erin, a D&D 5e actual play podcast. New season, new characters, new story. Find us on all the usual podcasting apps or at modifiedrole.com.